Well, by now, most people already have a pretty good idea of how much their income for 2024 will be, and that could bring some tax-saving opportunities for you. But if you are still stuck on whether to invest in a TFSA or an RRSP in order to lower your tax bill, we've got Peter Sashecki from Everything Financial enlightening us this morning. Peter, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so is it too late to make contributions into the 2024 TFSA? You've got some time, right?
No, you've got some time, and you could do it down the road next year, because if you don't contribute your maximum, it always carries forward and builds up to the next year and the year after that and so on.
Okay, fair enough. So what should people know regarding their tax-free savings account before 2025 rolls around?
Actually, really look at if you need some of it, because the great thing about a TFSA is if you cash in money, take money out, that money can be replaced and contributed back in next year or the following year, and it doesn't affect your contribution limits. So if you need money, take it now, just in case, and then you can always put it back in starting January.
Are there contribution limits for both RRSPs and TFSAs?
There are. There's separate contribution limits. The nice thing about in Canada is they just keep multiplying, carry forward. They get added on to the next year. If you miss it, they don't stop. And then, like south of the border, they have a similar thing, like an RRSP, but it stops after the year. So if you don't maximize it, it's gone. Canada's great. You can build it up and let it keep getting bigger and bigger, and then use it when it's most effective.
And just to clarify, RRSPs, you do get, there is sort of a tax implication if you take that money out, but a TFSA, that's not the case,
That's right. An RRSP is a tax deferral. You're getting a refund at the rate you are now, and when you spend that money, you cash it in, you pay tax on the rate you are then. With a TFSA, you've already paid tax on the contribution you put in, but the growth is 100% tax-free. You don't pay tax on that money, and that's the great part about it, is tax-free growth as opposed to tax-deferred growth.
Right. Do a lot of people max out their RRSPs or TFSA? Is that quite common?
Both. It's getting there where more and more common, because now with the TFSA limit as of 2024, the lifetime contribution limit is $95,000. It's got some serious teeth in your savings now. Like you could really make a lot of money tax-free and do some serious good with that money, whether it's short-term or retirement savings.
Interesting. Okay, so what would you say is the right time to divert some of those RRSP contributions into a TFSA, or do you recommend that at all?
Yeah, I would call the TFSA the new RRSP, because think about this, Carrie, let's just use 50,000, easy math real quick. If you have a TFSA with 50,000 and it's invested a little bit aggressively, the markets are pretty good right now, and say you make 10%, you've made $5,000, you could take tax-free money and put it to your RRSP if you need something in your RRSP and get a tax refund. You just beat CRA twice.
Beat CRA.
Twice. And that's not a bad thing. So tax-free money to give you a tax refund, that's pretty good.
And this is like a legal way to do it. This is not some sneaky backdoor way.
No, 100% legal. It's just like where we say your money. Well, this is getting more of your money. It's making your money go further and do more good in two areas, not just one area.
Yeah, and obviously you know how to find those ways to make your money work for you.
100% legal. Look at a TFSA first rather than an RRSP, because if you have an emergency, you can pull the money out with no tax effect. If you need an RRSP, you can divert money from the TFSA to an RRSP. If you want money for long-term retirement savings, you now have some tax-free money for retirement to complement the tax-deferred money of pensions or RRSPs. So 3 things in one.
Wow. Okay. A good way to look at our money and know that we have those options. Peter, thanks for joining us this morning. I always learn something every time you're here.
Well, that's a good thing. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.